McCarthy. Not Jenny
the,
McCarthy. Melissa McCarthy.
Hashtag, oh, I'm way off.
The way better McCarthy. But not necessarily better looking.
Just funnier.
Just funnier. Yeah.
Better actress.
Better actress. Funnier. Yeah. More talented. Yeah.
Less unbangable.
A little, yeah. Yeah. Not the former Mrs. Jim Carrey.
Wait, what?
Jenny McCarthy. Upcoming attractions.
New every day, folks.
IMDb. Upcoming attractions.
Did you just say I am douchebag?
No, but don't say that again. I don't want to. Yeah. IMDb, very credible site. The upcoming movie of the upcoming attractions
Boss?
coming out this weekend is A Criminal. It's a rated R movie. It's 113 minutes long. It's a sci-fi action thriller. Director Ariel Vroman.
You know, a lot of badass actors in it too.
I believe that it's a man. What's that?
That word.
What's that word? That word. Oh well, I guess it wasn't that important.
Yeah, probably not.
It's starring Kevin Costner, Ryan Reynolds from Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot,
Who?
Gary Oldman, Tommy Lee Jones. And you asked me who these two
Agent
people.
K.
So Ryan Reynolds and Wonder Woman are in the same movie. That's who Gal Gadot is.
Hashtag cop boosh. Okay.
So, the memories and skills of a deceased CIA agent
I see what you did there.
are implanted into an unpredictable and dangerous convict. That's what the movie's about. The convict is Kevin Costner, and the CIA agent...
Tommy Lee Jones.
No.
Oh, boo.
Is Ryan Reynolds. And Ryan Reynolds, they put Ryan Reynolds' memories and skills into Kevin Costner. And I think that Tommy Lee Jones is kind of got like the guy who looks over the whole, ordeal.
He's Mr. Miyagi.
Kind of like that. So, did you want to see that movie?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it looks really good.
Because
very good.
Ryan
Very good.
Reynolds, Tommy Lee Jones.
I read a
That's
review. It said that it was supposed to be like a straight to DVD movie, but because of the cast, they had to put it in the
that
theaters.
trio of actors, that big three right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next movie that's coming out this weekend is Barbershop, The Next Cut.
Looked pretty
Looked
good.
Awesome. Looked pretty funny because I like, barbershop, beauty shop, blah, 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 blah.
Nicki Minaj looked pretty good in it.
Nicki Minaj is also in it. Malcolm D. Lee is the director, and it's starring Ice Cube, Regina Hall,
He's always
Anthony Anderson, Eve, Cedric the Entertainer.
Yeah, he's always in those too.
All those guys. As their surrounding community has taken a turn for the worse, the crew at Calvin's Barbershop come together to bring some much-needed change to their neighborhood.
Sorry about that, guys. I guess the dogs had to make their first appearance on the podcast. Episode 21. We'd like to... Well, actually, we already introduced Scooby, huh? That was Lycan's first time.
Scooby and Lycan going crazy in the backyard.
Yeah, who let the dogs out? Hashtag, it wasn't me.
I like what you did there. 2 different songs, 2 different people. Shout out Shaggy and the Baha Men. That's what's up. Okay, so back Barbershop, The Next Cut. That's where we were at. Sorry about the technical difficulties. As I said, that's you guys already know because I already said it in the past, but now we're in the present. Shit. Fuck. It's following Zoolander 2 and My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2. Both of those movies bombed in the box office. But critics think that out of all the movies that are coming out that are like sequels and stuff, that this one might have the best chance. Especially going up like against Zoolander 2 and My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2. Out of those 2 movies, I want to see Zoolander 2 and don't give 2 shits or 1 flying fuck about My Big Fat Greek Wedding too. But I digress. I haven't seen the first My Big Fat Greek Wedding. So there is that.
Yeah.
The Jungle Book comes out this weekend. I saved the best for last because that is a movie I want to take my kid to see.
For last, or is that number one in the attractions?
Upcoming attractions, as far as I'm concerned, that's why I saved it for last. It's number one.
Well, I won't argue.
For me.
I won't argue.
Because I mean, look, Criminal looks really good. Barbershop, I want to see it.
Criminal's probably the only thing that competes with this just because of the cast. And the Jungle Book, man. A lot of movies you bring up I haven't seen. I remember Jungle Book as a kid. I've seen it plenty of times.
It's a PG movie. It's 105 minutes, so it's not going to be too bad to see because it's not that long of a movie. It's a family adventure fantasy brought to you by Jon Favreau. He did Elf, Iron Man 1 and 2, and did Cowboys and Aliens. He's done a plethora of other movies. He's a director, writer. He wrote a good, I think it's called Swingers. I can't remember, man. But look, he's really awesome. Jon Favreau is awesome. He also was in an episode of Friends as a UFC fighter, so that's how I like it because he got into the octagon with Jon Favreau got into the octagon with Tank Abbott in an episode of Friends.
All I know is after all of this,
UFC was on an episode of Friends.
After all this, all I know is you're going to ask me, do I want to see it or not? And you don't have to sell it. You don't have to sell it for me, bro.
Not just that. It's starring Neil Sethi, Bill Murray as Baloo, Sir Ben Kingsley as Bagheera, Idris Elba as Shere Khan. Now, I got to say something real quick. Everybody's knocking an upcoming movie that Idris Elba is going to be in, how he's all up in makeup. Look, he's in this movie, The Jungle Book, and his face isn't even in it one time. So there's that. I can't remember what movie
sell
it
this
is.
To me.
Scarlett Johansson is Ka.
Oh, man.
Christopher Walken is King Louie.
When this is all over and you ask me, do I want to see this or not? Oh, hell yeah. I want to see this.
An orphan boy is raised in the jungle with the help of a pack of wolves, a bear, and a black panther. So, the pack of wolves were the people that took him in, family. The bear, Baloo, and the black panther, Bagheera. That's that. That's what's up.
In a nutshell.
Do you want to see that movie?
Oh, hell yeah.
And I already said I want to see it, but I really want to see it. I've been waiting for the Jungle Book to come out for a while. It's got my feels all wrapped up in a bunch. What I got to say about that?
Not much.
That's what I got to say about that. The only thing I have to say
is we should probably move on to the shit picks.
Yeah. MMA, UFC shite picks. Let's go.
Brian's shit picks brought to you by B2J on a Monday.
Yeah. And while we're doing that,
can guarantee you that I got more than half of these wrong. Just off the bat.
We'll see. We'll count them up at the end. I can't remember what the overall picks are. I could probably go back and...
Usually there's only like 7 or 10 fights, so it's not that hard to figure it all out.
Yeah. So, Marina Moroz versus Christina Stansu.
I lose.
Yep, you right out the gate lost.
Shit pick.
Yep, number 1, you lost that one. Number 2, Igor Prokhyats versus John Blachowicz. We both lost that one.
See, one of these days we got to get Tony Romo as a guest star on here, and Tony Romo will throw up a shit, and it'll get picked too.
I like that. Timothy Johnson versus, or should I say, Timothy. No.
Johnson with the KO, or did he tap?
Versus Marci Tarbira. It was a unanimous decision, and
Johnson lost.
Both won that one.
We won! I wasn't so shitty of a picker on that one.
You went with me, so there's that. But Johnson, then again, you went with me with Igor Prokhyats, and we both lost that, and that was a unanimous decision as well. Curtis Blaze versus Francis Logano. You Got that one.
Oh, I win. Not so
It
sure.
was a round 2 doctor stoppage. Curtis Blades looked all beat up.
Oh, man.
He got his eye.
Eye was closed.
Yeah, it was pretty disgusting.
I remember, even though you were fast forwarding it, you pushed play real quick, and at the end of the second round, when it was all over, Rogan didn't say it because he didn't know,
Rogan wasn't there.
We could see the ref. He was telling him, wrong way, your corner's over there.
Might be wrong. Rogan
You remember
might be
that, though, right?
Oh, that was the ref. Yeah.
He was
ref
telling the fighter, man, he wasn't even going into one of the corners. He was going into a random, it's an octagon, whatever you want to call an octa, like a side.
Gabriel Gonzaga got knocked out in the first round against Derek Lewis.
Because Gonzaga is not Mufasa.
You picked him because of his cool name. Yeah. I picked him because I felt like...
Picking him.
No, I like Gonzaga.
You felt like being a part of the trend, #shit picks?
Yeah, I guess I piggybacked off of you, and there's that. So Derek Lewis won, and we both got that one wrong.
And did he knock
Ben
him
Rothwell lost by a unanimous decision to
Junior Dos Santos.
And I got that one by myself. So there's one for me. There's one for you. One for both of us. That's 2 for both of us. We both lost that one, and then I got 1. So there, yeah, you lost, but you only lost by 1. So 3-2.
Final. For the shit picks this week.
Yep, there's that. And that's the podcast, you guys. No.
Yeah, we still got time.
We
got a little time.
Warriors beat the Spurs. We're going to do the sports headlines real quick because we do more sports in the second half of the podcast, or in our second week, or second go about. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So,
we'll start off with basketball season's almost over.
There's one more game, and the Warriors beat the Spurs at San Antonio to tie the record of the 95-96 Chicago Bulls to get 72 wins. They got one more game Wednesday against Memphis, and if they win, they get 73 games, and they own the record by themselves, and they do not have a double-digit loss for the first time as any team.
As they ended a 48-game home win streak. It had been over a calendar year for the Spurs in San Antonio. That was the first time they'd won in San Antonio, Golden State,
and
since
that
97.
got me crying on the inside. But I'm not too worried about it. Those are
playoffs are going to be here soon. We're going to be making our picks.
Everybody's got a
just
fresh,
like we should be today for hockey, but
because hockey season's over.
Yeah, it's over. The rounds are already picked, first round. But we'll wait till
we'll wait till next
Thursday or Friday. That's pleasure. This is business.
Yeah. Johnny Manziel says he moved in with Von Miller.
I thought it wasn't Von Miller. I thought it was.
He moved in. He said
Josh
he
Gordon.
moved in with Von Miller, and he'd be blessed. And he'd be blessed to play for any team. And he's trying to play for Denver, and he's got this big thing about trying to play for Denver.
That'd be crazy.
So,
Johnny Donkey.
Johnny, yeah, I like that too. I like that.
Yeah, come on. Now.
Johnny Donkey, I like that. Johnny Jackass. Manny Pacquiao won on all 3 scorecards against Timothy Bradley, and Pacquiao retired after the fight.
Oh, man.
So he knocked him down, I think, 3 times in the fight. He whooped that ass. Whooping that ass. The future president of the Philippines, the real Filipino wrecking machine, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. If you are calling it a quit, at least try and get in there one more time with
Mayweather ain't gonna do it.
With Floyd Mayweather Jr.
He's a chicken.
Yeah, well,
that fight should have happened 7.
Look, this is the podcast of positivity, but there's 2 things that I gotta get off my chest.
Even though I didn't see it, I will say
shout out Mauro Ranallo. SmackDown.
One thing was cool. I was in Reno.
Pride.
The
podcast of positivity.
When that fight happened.
But I want to give a little bit of time to 2 people whose lives were taken away from us. One way too short. One had a full life, a big bucket of win. But the Saints defensive end, Will Smith, was shot to death after a car crash. I don't want to dive into that too much because that's a very negative story, and I don't want to go down that route.
Just hashtag rest in peace and thoughts and prayers out to your family, loved ones, friends, anybody's